Good afternoon. Hope you have had a good lunch. So I'm Izwani Ahmad from the Consulate General of Malaysia here in Hong Kong. I'm with the Trade Office. So Trade. So first of all, thanks to Jane Singer for inviting us to give a talk on Malaysia. Okay, so basically, as you all know, Malaysia is situated right smack in the middle of Southeast Asia. Okay, so we are quite near to all of the Asia Pacific countries in South Asia. Okay, this is just a snapshot of the recent economic performance of Malaysia on Q2 2019. So basically, because of all the external factors currently going on in the world, so we are like any other countries where we are we are surviving, and but like I said, Malaysia in a way has been doing pretty good. Well, we have our ups and downs, but in that sense we are because we are so diverse, we have quite a diversified industry in Malaysia. So our trade performance, are doing good, as well as our investments as well. So maybe you can have this slide after the event. So this is basically the gross domestic product GDP of Malaysia in Q2 2019. So as you can see, we are steadily rising to be a developed nation. Our target was 2020, but it has to be extended a bit because of all the external factors. But basically, Malaysia, our economy is very much rely on services and manufacturing. Okay, as you can see. So, okay. So maybe some of you may know this or some may not, that we are actually the 25th top trading nations in the world, right? So we are our current ranking now, we are the top 25th exporters in the world and the top 26th importer in the world. So last year, those are the figures for last year's trade performance from Malaysia. And as you can see in the bottom, those are our main trading partners. So of course, China was our biggest trading partner last year. Then came Singapore and also the Southeast Asian nation and other countries. Okay, I just gonna go straight to our apparel, footwear and textile industry. So basically, the industry is the 11th largest contributor to our export. So in 2018, we exported about 3.69 billion worth of apparel, footwear and textile to the world. Right? We have an estimate of about more than 90,000 workforce in the industry. Currently, with the new government, they have set a minimum wage at $360. And we have the workforce is quite a mix of culture. We have Malays, Chinese and Indians in Malaysia, and also imported workers coming from all over the world. And currently, in terms of manufacturers registered with Matrade, we have more than 1,000 exporters registered with Matrade in the industry, and about more than 400 manufacturers are active exporters. All right. So primarily, what we do, a lot of the companies, they manufacture a lot of primary textile, made-up garments, and textile and clothing accessories. Okay, and as you can see, maybe all of you know that Malaysia is not cheap. Okay, you can't compare ourselves to other countries, but we have known for our quality and reliability in our delivery and services. So far we have in a way got good feedback from our customers, right? And now we can see growth in that sense, because a lot of these companies have been a long-time supplier for all the big brands across the world, and we have a lot of the companies are known now for design, their design capabilities, and also the improved manufacturing processes. You know, a lot of companies now are creating quite a lot of new technologies in terms of creating all these latest technologies in textile and other processes in the industry. Okay, and of course, if you know about modest wear, okay, so for Muslim countries, a lot of our Muslim people, they wear a lot of hijabs, so a lot of we call it modest wear. So Malaysia is one of the top manufacturers of modest wear due to the market itself and also the market surrounding Southeast Asia as well. Okay, as you can see, these are the major production hubs in Malaysia. So we have on the north side, if you can see, we've been to Pulau Penang. Okay, so those are the downstream activities of the industry. So consists of made-up garments and home textile. Then the upstream activities, there's a lot in the south of Malaysia. So the concentration of the factories are mainly in the Johor Bahru, that's a border state to Singapore, right? So you can see batik, if you know batik, the hand painting textile, so we produce that a lot. So only, I would say, like Malaysia and Singapore produce batik. So one is hand painted and another is the printed batik. So the east coast of Malaysia, this is the Peninsula Malaysia, but when you call the east coast, that is the east coast of Malaysia. So that's the 3 states of east coast are the ones producing batik a lot, right? And of course Borneo, we have Sabah and Sarawak. So because there are mainly a lot of ethnic tribes in Borneo, so they produce a lot of ethnic crafts and apparels. Okay, these are, I would say, among the major brands. We have a lot more, definitely, but these are among the major brands that are produced in Malaysia. So as you can see, and of course a lot of other ladies brands as well. Okay, now I would like to share the trade performance in the industry. So Malaysia's export of apparel, as you can see, total export in the industry is 3.69 billion last year. So it has been steady growing, but a bit less this year of the current situation right now. And then for apparel clothing, it's about that the huge chunk of our export is apparel and clothing. And then come footwear and textile. So a lot of textile, those are the sub products of all the textile products that we exported to the world. All right. Okay, these are the top 20 countries that we exported to. Of course, due to the brands, mainly United States, and then we export a lot to Japan, Turkey, and others as well, right? So we have, before Hong Kong, I was posted to Chile. So in South America, we have a lot of products going to Chile as well, because we have a free trade agreement with Chile. So a lot of Malaysian products are going to South America as well. Okay, these are the key Malaysian exporters. So like I said, we have more than 400 manufacturers who are active, but these are the key ones. So as you see, textile, these are the main ones, the big ones. So if you know Tile Apparel, they are based in Hong Kong. So they are big, they have 2 factories in Malaysia. So they are under Pen Apparel. And then if you know SQL as well. So, and then we have Ramatex. Ramatex is Singaporean based. So there's a lot of international companies opening up factories around Malaysia to basically make Malaysia as a hub for ASEAN. Okay, and the accessories, as you can see, these are some very established companies and also some new ones who are making their marks in Southeast Asia. So C&J Clark is the one producing Clarks. Okay, these are the key trade associations in Malaysia. So I would say like most of the manufacturers are in these associations, and they are very active in Malaysia, and also they do organize events all around the world as well. And also with True Trade, we participate in various trade shows around the world. Okay, so basically this is why why a lot of the companies are choosing Malaysia. Okay, so as of now with the new government and even previous as well, so we are known for our political stability. Well, we have our ups and downs, but it's still mainly, you know, stable in that sense that there's not that many changes in the political policies and also our economic policies. We got good pro-business government as well. So got a lot of infrastructure, you know, helping that are set up to help all the investors and companies all around Malaysia. Then we have got quite good support also. We have grants for Malaysian-based companies. If you set up companies in Malaysia, you are entitled to some grants and incentives if you are investors. Okay, we have quite you know, young, trainable, educated labor force. And you know, sound banking system, and our cost of living is one of the, you know, most competitive in the world. Not too expensive, not too cheap, but just nice. Okay, so maybe these are the ones that might interest you. So because Malaysia, we have quite a lot of, well, not that many, but we have some free trade agreements with basically, as you can see, we have multilateral and bilateral trade agreements. So when it comes to multilateral, it's always under the ASEAN, okay, where all the 10 countries under ASEAN would, you know, set up a free trade agreement with the various countries around the world. So the key free trade agreements are with our biggest trading partners. So the latest one is with Hong Kong, just recently, you know, enforced by Malaysia. And then, of course, with bilateral, Malaysia, we have our own key trade agreements with these countries, right? So these are the three main still under negotiation. So we are basically anticipating the RCEP, right? That includes China. And then, of course, the Malaysian EU Free Trade Area Economic Partnership, and of course with the US, which is now called the CPTPP, right? So that one might take longer negotiations. Okay, this I just want to highlight the ASEAN-Hong Kong Free Trade Agreement. So it has been concluded, and 6 countries now are in this agreement with Hong Kong. So basically, selected products are between 0 to 8% within the next 5 years, zero tariffs. Okay, so, and then, so what I really want to highlight here is that we always encourage people to come to ASEAN. So ASEAN, we have more than 647 million population now, and it is growing. Okay, so as I said before, Malaysia is situated right in the center of ASEAN. So ASEAN consists of these 10 countries, right, including Malaysia. Some are the least developed nations, and some is the most developed nations. So we are a mix of economies. Okay, these are roughly the economic indicators of ASEAN. So we are now the 5th largest economy in the world. So we are expecting to, by 2050, we're going to be the 4th or maybe, you know, 3rd. Okay, as you can see, the population is growing, 47 million last year, and 60% of them are youth, right? And our GDP was 2.77 trillion, and the expected average growth is about 5.3%. So that's very healthy for a region. And then, well, we have a lot of FDIs coming over to ASEAN, a lot from US, Europe, a lot from China as well. So even our intra-ASEAN FDIs are quite huge as well, right? The total trade in 2017, so I don't have the figure for 2018, but it was 2.6 trillion. So within intra-ASEAN is 24% of that amount. So we trade a lot with each other because of the ASEAN Free Trade Agreement. So because basically whenever we trade with each other, it's basically 0% going all around ASEAN. Okay, these are the key ASEAN dialogue partners. So we always engage with dialogue with them, you know, for economic partnerships and other things. Okay, so this is basically Matrade. I'm with Matrade. So Matrade is a trade promotion agency. So what we do is that a a lot of Malaysian manufacturers are registered with us. So we have a lot of manufacturers from all over, from across Malaysia, in every industry, in every sectors, registered with Matrade. So if you go through Matrade, you'll be matched with quite valid, reliable Malaysian manufacturers, because these are the companies that we have done our research, we have done our background check to ensure that they are valid companies, right? Unlike if you just go through internet or heard from somebody. So we recommend you to go through Matrade. So this is our website. So you can go to the website, and there's a list of Malaysian manufacturers as well. So if you are a seller of your own product or services, or you're sourcing for companies, just go to this website. You can see a list of companies that might be of interest to you and might be your partners, okay? Or you can always contact us as well. So here is the key Malaysian association in Hong Kong. We have these two associations. One is the Malaysian Chamber of Commerce, that consists of a lot of Malaysian who's who here in Hong Kong, who have businesses here in Hong Kong, China, as well as Malaysia. So we invite you to join some of our events, because we talk a lot about Malaysia, about how Malaysia trade with other countries, and also just if you want to know more about Malaysia and setting up business in Malaysia, or even finding partners in Malaysia, so the members might be can assist you, right? And while the Malaysian Association of Hong Kong are more social, so if you're interested in Malaysian food and culture, so do come and join the events. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation. It's quite straightforward. So this is our contact. So please don't hesitate to contact us. I'm based here in Hong Kong. So Matrade, as I said, we deal mostly with sourcing. If you are looking to source from Malaysia, you can contact me. While if your company are interested in investing in Malaysia, you can directly contact Maida, who are in charge of the FDI into Malaysia. Okay, thanks a lot for your time. So hopefully you can gain something about Malaysia today.